I've decided that it's time to try and take the native bees, my Australian native bees, out of this log that I saved. I saved it from a tree lopper. It was going to go through the chipper, and it's been sitting here for about 2 years now, but the termites are starting to get into it, and I've decided that the log's not going to last much longer. It's deteriorating, so I need to take the bees out and put them into this hive. So we're going to see how we go with this. Not sure what I'm going to find in there exactly. I don't know how big the hole is, but we're going to put the hive into here, then put the new hive back in the location there with the hole at about the same height, and hopefully they'll move into this box and we can look after them and keep them alive. So looking in the end, it's gummed up to about here, which means they're here, the entry's here. I'm not sure how far up this way they go. So I'm going to start cutting with my saw and see what I find. Like I said, hopefully we can get them into this box and keep them safe. We've got the termites here. Looks like they're gummed up just there. So I'm going to put a cut through about here and see what I find. Hopefully it's above the top of the hive. Okay, I'm cutting honey, so they have filled up to here with honey. I'll deal with that later. There's not many bees. So I was hoping to avoid this. I didn't want the vibrations on the log, but the log's a lot more solid than I was thinking. So safety first. Eye protection, hearing protection. So that stirred them up a bit. Let's just put this down for now. Still holding there. Right, so let's go through what we've got here. I've got the log apart. We've got the honey sacs here. We've got a big section of brood here, which is really good. I'll try and get that into the box. We've got more honey sacs over that side of the log. This is all pollen and food. So we've got honey, pollen and food all the way up here. We're going to try and get most of that into the box, but this bit here is the most important. We need to protect, look after that. I might put some pollen down the bottom to lift the brood up a bit. As much of that brood as possible is going to go into the other box. Nice big chunk of pollen with some honey. Now I'm making sure not to block up the hole. They're going to need to be able to get in and out. Time for some of this brood. So I want to be very careful with this brood. I might move this log down so you can see what I'm doing. I've just been taking the chunks out like that and putting them down inside the box here. But this brood, I want to be very careful with it. I'm not sure how far down here it goes. I want to cut very, very carefully around both sides. Now the top here is the top of the brood there, so I can cut through there. If possible, I would like to take it out as one chunk. just like that. Okay, you can see I've got all the brood. They should be able to continue their hive in here. Now, it's a bit bigger, so I may need to rearrange some of my other bits in there. That fitted beautifully. I can't believe how well that's just worked. I'm going to poke some more pollen and honey sacs and everything around in here for them, because I want them to have the best start that they possibly can. Again, making sure not to block up the hole. These bees are going to have something to do for the next few days, sorting out this mess that I've made for them. But then hopefully they will take off and prosper. And I'll be doing a split on them next year. Okay, so that's nearly full. I'm just going to go wash my hands and I'll be back in a second. And then we'll put this back. There's a lot of bees down there waiting to go into the hive, so we'll put it back. Just sealing it up so that nothing gets in, ants and things like that. And just hopefully gives them a better start to life. Now that's ready to go, so we'll sit that here. What's not ready is my stake, so I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get the opening to my new box as close to about here where the bees know their opening is. So that means my stake should actually be about there, I hope. We'll see how that goes. And look at that. They can already smell everything in there and they're going straight in. I'm pretty happy with how quickly they've gone for that hole. That'll just be because of the location and where they can smell. And oh gee, they're pouring into it now. So I'll come back in a few months and I'll give you an update on how this split went, if it survived. I don't see any reason that it shouldn't survive, but I'll just give you a bit of an update, possibly in the comments, or I might make another short video. We'll see how the hive is going. Hopefully we get to split it next year. Hope you've enjoyed my video. If you like it, please subscribe, like and share. See you around on YouTube.